Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you are doing well. So guys, in today's video, we'll see how we can manage secrets using Terraform in Azure. So I'm using the same code that I have used in my previous videos also. So how to create this code and how to make connection with Azure Cloud, everything I have explained in my previous video step by step. So those who are new, you can just go to my previous videos and check this complete step-to-step creation of this code which I took from Terraform registry. So nothing I have remembered and nothing I have quoted by myself. So we actually create this code directly from the documentation. So in my previous videos, I have explained how to create this code. So this code is basically a code that we need to use in order to create a virtual machine on cloud, which is Azure Cloud, and how to make connection between this Terraform, how to install Terraform, and how to use providers. Everything I have explained in my previous videos. So for code related things, you can check that. But in today's video, what modification we are going to use, that we can see here. So let's start our today's video. So in this code, everything is same which I have used in my previous video. So I have used a count parameter here. So in variables.tf, I have defined number of virtual machine and it's a type number, and the value of this number of virtual machine is 1. I just want to create one machine using this particular code. So that's why I have used this count variable. But the new thing that we'll do in today's video is how we can use username and password that we can use from the key vault that is created on Azure, and we'll fetch the username and password from there. So as of now, if you'll see here, admin username and admin password, these two fields are blank as of now. But in my previous video, when I used the same code, I provided this username and password here, and then we were creating the machines. But as of now, we don't want to expose these secrets in front of anyone. That's why firstly we'll create a key vault, then we'll store these credentials over there, and then we'll fetch from key vault. So for that, firstly we'll go to our Azure Cloud portal. Here we can search for key vault. So here, this is the key vault, and we firstly need to create key vaults. In my previous video, the latest previous video, I told you how or I told in that video that how we can use data sources. So why we use data sources? Suppose if some resource is already there on cloud and we want to use that in our code, so we can make use of data sources. So a resource block that we defined in Terraform block, it will create a new resource on the cloud. But if some resource is already there on cloud, then we don't need to use a resource block, rather we'll use data source. So how we'll use that data source, that we'll see later. So firstly, create a key vault here and store secrets inside it. So firstly, what we need to do, we can go with create here, just click on create. So it will ask you to provide some details in order to create the key vaults. So just wait for some time, it is doing something. Okay, so now we are inside to create a key vault. Firstly, it is asking for resource group, but as of now we are not having any resource group, so it is blank. We can just click on create new, and we can give any resource group name like test resource group name or test KV we can give as a resource group name, and we can click on OK. So firstly, it will create a resource group and then will provide details related to key vault. So as of now, it is provisioning the resource group. So just give it some time. Once it will get provisioned, okay, it is provisioned and selected now. Now we can give key vault name here. So give it as a test key vault. The name is already chosen, so we can go for test key vault 1. It is taken 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, everything is taken here. So what we can do, we can make it just like a name similar to test key vault. suppose new 1234. Yes. So test KeyVault new 1234. This is not taken by anyone, so we can take it as of now. Reason we can go with South India, that is near to me, so that it will be less costly. And pricing tier we can go with a standard. There is option of premium also, but we are good with standard. And soft delete, let it be enable. Days to retain, let it be enable. Purge protection, keep all these options by default, and then we can go for next. And in next access also we want Azure role based access control, that is recommended, so that is fine. And we are good with other thing also. We can go with next. In networking, we can as of now select for all networks. If we want to make some restriction, we can go with selected networks and enable the public access. And if we'll go to next, it is asking for tag. We don't need any tag, and it is now running the validation. So it is validated now. We can go and create the key vault. So once the key vault will get create, then we'll create some credentials here. So wait for some time to get it created, and then we'll use this key vault in our code. So it is as of now progress in order to get it create. Once it will be created, we'll see deployment is completed. As of now, it is deployment is in progress. So let's wait for some time, and it is complete. So we are good with our key vault now. So if we'll go to the resource, so here we are seeing this key vault here. So it is created and everything is good. Now we can go with objects. So in the left side we are seeing some objects, some monitoring, some automation. So we can go for object and with secrets, and here we can generate or import secret. So if we'll click on generate, so it is asking for the name of the secret, value of the secret, and we can go with it. So name, let's give it username as a secret. Okay, and enter the secret. So we can give as Azure, any user we can get, like admin user. We have given here set activation date, set expiration date, enable DS, and we can click on create. You are unauthorized to view this content. Okay. Secrets, keys, secrets. Okay guys, so we did one mistake during creation of key vault. We need to select secondary option, which we didn't select it. So as of now, I'm creating it again. So we'll go with create a key vault, and these all parameters are as it is. And once we go to the second page, instead of selecting Azure role-based access control, which is recommended, we'll go with the vault access policy. And in the vault access policy, we need to select the access policy. So we'll create for this user, and here we'll go with the next option, and by default we can select all the default option, and then we can go to create this key vault. So once this will get create, then we'll again try to create some secrets, whether it took those secrets or not, because last time when we go with the role based access control, it didn't took those secrets from here, or it was not allowing us to create those secrets. But now we'll go and we'll create those secrets. So just give it some time. Once the deployment will be completed, we'll go to the key vault and then we'll create some secret. And if that secret gets successfully created, then we'll take it in our Terraform code. So just wait for some time. Okay, so deployment is succeeded, and we can go to the resource, and here we can go to secrets, and here now we are not seeing that message. So we can go to generate, and in the name we can give as username. Okay, and we can give some value. Fine. and rest all we can go with as it is, and we can go and create this secret. So now username secret has been created. We can again go to the same option and we can do the same for password. Now it's the password and we can give some password. Okay, and then we can click on create. So our two secrets has been created now and these are enabled also. Now what we'll do, we'll go to our Terraform configuration and everything will remain same. We'll just create one more file, that is data.tf. Okay, and in this file what we'll do, we'll use data source for our KeyVault. So we can search it here, just like data Azure KeyVault Terraform. So it will give us the data source related to this. So if we'll go here, so we are seeing that this is the data source that we can use for our KeyVault. So we can copy this and we can use it in data.tf file. So here it is using data Azure RM KeyVault, an example. Name of the KeyVault we need to check it from the console and then we need to give it here. So we can go here, we can go to KeyVault and in KeyVault we'll see the name and we'll copy it and we'll paste it here. So this is our KeyVault name. So we can copy this and we can replace with this. Okay, and in case of resource group we need to give the resource group name where this KeyVault is placed. So we can go to resource group and this is the resource group name. So we can copy it and we can paste it here. Okay, so this is the data block that we have used for KeyVault. Now we want data source for KeyVault secret also. So we'll go back and we'll use Azure KeyVault secret. And if we'll go here, we'll see something like it's this is the resource. So we'll copy this resource and we'll paste it here. So here we need to give the name of the secret. So secret name was username. Okay, and KeyVault ID was data.azure KeyVault. So how we can take this ID? It's data.azure KeyVault.example.id. So here we need to change it like data.azure KeyVault.example.id. So we are good now. Now we need this block again for password also. So we'll copy this again and we'll paste it here. And this time we need the name as a password. Okay, so we are good, and in key we are giving the same key. So if we'll save it, we are good with the data block. Now we'll go to main and what resource we need to give it, that will place here. So if we'll go to the username and password, so in case of username what we'll give here, it's data dot azure KeyVault secret dot example dot value. Similarly for password we can give it as, and one thing we need to do it here is that we cannot keep same resource with the same local name. So here we have Azure KeyVault secret, here we have Azure KeyVault secret. So we need to change it with 1 and we can save it. So now if we want to call username, we can call it with example.username, and if we want to call password, we can call it with example1.password. So if we'll go to main and here if we'll go to data.secret example1 dot value, and if we'll save it, so we are good. Now we can open a terminal, and in this terminal firstly we need to do Terraform init. So it will initialize the thing, or it is actually initializing the backend. Actually it is downloading the provider plugin. So everything I have explained what these commands do in my previous videos. So this video was mainly going to focus on the secret management, how we can store our secret to some secret key vault, which is a provided feature of Azure Cloud, and how we can access those things in our code. So in this code we are just accessing that username and password that are stored in key vault. And how to do it, it's easy. I'm not doing anything by doing any hard coding or something. I'm just referring the documentation and using it. And data source I have already discussed in my last video, that what data sources is. That's why I have used this data source concept here, that if some resource is already created on cloud, how we can use it using data source. So init is done. Now we can go with Terraform plan in order to check the plan. So if everything goes well, we can go for apply, and then we'll see once machine is created, so how we can log into that machine. So just give it some time. So it is reading that data, but there is some problem, looks like making read request to Azure Key Vault secret password. Key Vault failure, responding to the request, status original, service returned an error, status 404 forbidden. Okay, so let me troubleshoot. There is some error, so let me troubleshoot it. Okay guys, so what I troubleshooted here is that if we'll go to access policy, as of now for my account it is the policy, but when we'll try connect Terraform with this cloud, we use service principal. So we haven't provided service principal any policy so that it can access this secret. So we can go to create, and we can as of now enable all policies, and we can select our service principal that we have created. So I have created that with test principal, so I need to select that, and it's optional. In next we are good, and then we need to create. So now my service principal is also having access to get secret from this key vault. So now let's try that step again, and let's see whether that problem gets solved or not. So in this way we need to sometimes troubleshoot also, because we are not sure that everything will go well in a single go. So we need to get troubleshoot, and we need to find out why this is causing this problem. So as of now we can see that our service principal is basically the combination of four things, that is subscription ID, tenant ID, client secret. How to create that, everything I have explained in my previous video, and these four things are actually confidential, that's why I'm not showing. And but I have created a screenshot, and everything is placed in my very first second or third video. There I have placed everything in the screenshot, how we can create that. So we need to make connection with Terraform to Azure Cloud, so that's why we use that service principal. So now I have given service principal the appropriate permission to get access to the username and password from the key vault, and as it is passing now, so we can go with apply. And let's see whether the machine get created, and are we successfully able to log into that machine or not. So give it some time. So it is able to read data now from Azure Key Vault, and it is creating the resource. So one thing I want to explain here is that first permission that I set it for access policies for my user. So when I log into this account, and in this account this permission is given, that's why I was able to create secrets manually with this permission. But now my Terraform is getting connecting to the cloud with this service principal, that's why I need to give get, update, list, these kind of permission in order to get the secret from this key vault. So that's why it was giving error, because my service principal was not having that much permission in order to get the secret. So that's why this is very important feature whenever we work in projects. So we cannot expose secrets in front of anyone, so better to store it on any way. So suppose if you are using any CI/CD platform, just like Jenkins, GitLab, any CI/CD platform, so either you can store these secrets in that CI/CD platform also, there is provision. And if you want to get it stored on cloud, so you have this kind of option like Azure KeyVault in Azure, and in case of AWS we are also having some KMS and other features where we can store these kinds of things. So in this way we can manage our secret, and now we can see that in this code nobody is able to see what is our username and password for this particular machine. So as our resource is created on cloud, so we can go here, and if we'll go to virtual machines, so we'll see one machine is getting created, and it is created now. We can log in it using the username and the password that we have set it in our key vault. So let's pick the public IP of this machine, and we can go to putty, and in this putty we can go with the username we have set as admin user. And yes, we are able to successfully logged in to this machine using the secrets from Azure Key Vault. So in this way we can make secret management using Azure Key Vault, and once we are done we don't need this resource, so better to destroy this resource. So we'll go and destroy this resource now. So everything that was created using this Terraform will now get destroyed using it, but our Key Vault will not get destroyed because Key Vault is created manually, so it is not get managed by Terraform. So if we want to get it delete, we need to go to the Azure cloud, and then we need to manually delete it. So let it be deleted. Once this will get delete, we'll delete that key vault along with the resource group that we created for that key vault. So guys, in this way we can manage our secret using Terraform, and this is the one way that I just showed in a practical demo. There are other ways also, like if you want to store some kinds of keys also, so there is a parameter that is key in key vault, so we can store our keys also and we can access them. So this is the best way in order to secure the credentials, or in order to manage our secrets, because secret management is one of the important tasks whenever we work in project. So secret needs to be managed separately, so that it should not get visible, or it should not get accessible to anybody who is not having access. So here also we given access to that service principal, then only that service principal was able to access those secrets. Otherwise that service principal was also not able to access the secret, because we haven't add any permission to that service principal inside that key vault. So guys, I'm done with today's video. So I hope you understood the concept of how to manage secret using Azure Key Vault. And if you understood the concept, and if you like the video, please give a like to this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video.